Hey, hello, hi, whatever, all that. This week we had stand up comedian Josh Price on. He does stand up around Boise, and he has a show coming up at Mad Sweet on Cole Road that he has a guest host on, Samson. They're both gonna be doing the thing. Go watch it. It's June 30th at Mad Sweet on Cole Road. Mad Sweet on Cole Road. There's Mad Sweet on it. Go watch it on there. We'll put the link somewhere. Enjoy this.
Jeez. He
Yeah,
like walked the
I think
gas
it's
station
on
by like
Matt
7.
Chad's secret podcast. They tell a story about like guy on a construction site, like had a bunch of DUIs, but they still let him operate the crane. And then they opened it and it had like a shit ton of Twisted Tea cans. And they're like, dude, you can't be doing that. He's like, those have alcohol in them?
Why are you drinking twisted tea if you're drinking on the crane? Is that too loud for anyone?
No, it's sexy, dude.
Nice.
Sounds nice.
Sounds sexy. Well, last September, he was Comic of the Month. And this September hasn't happened yet. He does stand-up, and we'll find out if he does other things. Josh, give yourself a round of applause.
What's up, guys?
Hey, dude.
Hey,
You
man.
guys dragged me up here in the fucking mountains, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is where all the
Altitude
other
sickness.
influences fucking live up here, too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a lot of influencers, a lot of CEOs, a lot of
Bollywood Hills, dude.
yeah, a lot of prostitutes.
I appreciate you guys slipped me on because, like, I know you have prom this weekend, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be real busy.
Totally,
So.
totally.
It's starting. Woo! Are you gonna make fun of us?
Are you guys like prepped? Like,
I
like,
mean-
is he gonna be mean or?
No, not like. I mean, you can be mean if you'd like. I have like questions that I would like to know, but
Yeah,
you can
dude.
be mean with them if you want. That's fun.
Sure, let's go.
Yes.
Show your comedic takes. What's like the cliff notes on you first?
The cliff notes on
Yeah.
me. I probably should have learned a trade by now.
Word.
Just started to stand up probably like August. So I've been doing it for less than a year now, and I ain't got shit going on, dude, other than just doing comedy every night.
How did that feel like a month into stand up winning Comic of the Month? Were you like,
That was fucking. That felt pretty wild.
did you go on like a power trip or?
No, because like I still didn't even know like half the comics' names, and it's like when you first start, it's hard to like figure out the hierarchy. I'm just like, okay, who am I supposed to respect? Who's like, should I not give a shit about? But I also got really lucky that the guy who went before me just ate the fattest dick possible, and just alley-ooped me doing
Nice.
the easy one.
That's always helpful.
You have like a super comedian name.
I thought about like going stage name just because I'm like super private and shit,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was like, that just fucking works, dude.
I've thought about
Yeah,
going
it's-
Max Kelly because that's my middle name, and Knudsen is. I mean, you've heard it. It's
I don't know.
everyone
dude.
gets
You
it. Everyone gets it different.
get a wacky name for a wacky tall dude, dude. Come on.
but, yeah. So you won that, and then was it just open mics for forever after that, or did you like book stuff or like?
No, I as soon as I won that, the next month I hosted a show they do at Crescent Brewery, and that was like my first like paid. Like, well, I got paid for Comic of the Month, but you only get paid if you win that.
Yeah.
And so Crescent was my first, like, I got a paycheck to go do comedy.
How long was your set at Comic of the Month?
10 minutes.
Oh, sick.
And when I got booked for it initially, they told me I was going to do it in October. And I probably had, like, 5 minutes at most. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I got a month to come up with another 5. And then, like, the weekend before the September one, they're like, we got to drop out your next week. I was like,
Oh,
all right, dude,
fuck.
time to double
Yeah.
my
Damn.
material in a week.
That's tough. How'd you like go about that? Did you like do any like real life stories? Because I feel like a lot of your jokes are like kind of set up punchline almost. Like,
That's what's hard too is like I could like people will see my set list sometimes for a 15-minute set and it's like why is it so fucking long? It's like cuz all of these jokes are like 3 fucking words.
Yeah.
And it's just like I try to have some longer forms. Like I have a couple bits where it's like okay, I know that'll get me through a fucking minute and then I could like pepper in a couple one-liners and then go back.
I've been giving you credit, but I've been telling people that your boiling water joke
is fucking
yeah,
hilarious. Like I fucking love it.
That is a good joke.
What's like the longest set you've done?
I think I've done like 17 minutes.
Nice.
Like in one. I have a couple of like 20-minute sets coming up that it feels good.
Where?
When you,
And when?
Mad Swede. I'll be doing 20 minutes at Voodoo Cellar, one of the rooms that I help run.
Hell yeah.
Pretty soon there.
I've
But,
been eating shit there recently.
Yeah, dude. You've been
I like voodoo.
you've been a sake bomb of the night, dude. It's mean but fun.
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
do,
yeah.
you know?
I think
It was fun.
I think that night that you got it too, you were also
Not planning on going up.
you were
And,
also
like-
sitting on the corner of the bar, which is basically on stage for
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're sitting in the crowd. So like everyone and like you after a bunch of like 15 people go with like 4 to 7 minute sets, you're like I don't fucking remember. Like,
No, well, some nights
that
it's
guy.
rough. Like last week, we only had like 16 people like on the list, which is one more than we normally do.
yeah.
And the crowd was so good, but the show went like probably 15 minutes too long because they got too fucking drunk. Where it's just like I was one of the last ones up, and like everything came to a fucking head while I was on stage. It's like, okay, cool, that table's talking. These two people don't give a shit about anything, and then this lady yells out after every word I fucking say.
Oh god.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, I think it was like the second or third voodoo mic that they had, and I was just been drinking all day, sort of thing. And I think Narelle was the host,
Yeah.
and she had like her hair had like a tint of red that I noticed, and I like when I was like, give it up for my mom or something, and like it went over terribly, and I was just bombing. Like there wasn't a single sound the whole time.
Dude,
But I was
fucking
like
love
too
it.
drunk and like didn't. I think I just walked out right after that and tried to like apologize and like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you my mom.
Never apologize. Just go home. Just keep walking to the fucking
Dude,
car.
it was.
I hope everyone forgot about it, dude. Never apologize.
Yeah.
Well, I did, but it's okay. I've seen her since. It's all good.
I feel you there. I really like the new like setup at Voodoo. It feels more like
That's so sick that Casey
intimate.
Rocket's doing a show there.
Dude, that's a
Yeah,
huge
that's-
get for us. We're
that's
stoked
huge.
about that.
I remember like doing open mics with him at Liquid and stuff. It was so much fun. He's like always been like that.
How old are you that you're doing?
25.
Oh, you're 25. Okay, I thought you guys were like freshly 21.
I get it.
I'm beautiful.
No, but I did stand when I was like in high school. I would go to Liquid when it was a thing, and they would let me stay in the Solid restaurant next door. Then I would come and do my set and leave. And I met Moondeck there. I think like the first set I ever did there.
So you knew Moondeck before.
I did, yeah. I did it for a while, and then I got into comedy acting and stuff, and like did that more. But I guess technically, yeah, pretty new again.
Yeah.
Took a hiatus.
Dude, I
but-
should have done comedy way fucking earlier. Just
That's how I feel too. I wish I would have started like, cause I went to University of Idaho for like all 4 years, and one of my friends up there his name's Rob Wentz, and he like dropped out of college and started doing open mics in Spokane, and now he lives in Nashville and does like features and stuff all the time.
yeah.
But yeah, I wish I would have gotten into it earlier. But honestly, I feel like having the like college experience like helps with me with like the writing process,
Yeah.
because it's like I actually like know how to like sit down and like write something out, and like it's like remembering like certain things from that, and like just having like an accumulation of bullshit stories of me doing dumb shit,
No, I mean, I wish I started earlier, but like I had a pretty comfortable childhood. So like just having 10 years of adult shit really helped me develop like to be ready to do comedy.
Was it like, did you just listen to it a bunch and were like,
I've
wanna do
always
it?
been like a huge stand-up fan. I worked in like film for a while, and that was like my creativity from when I was like in my teens to my early
Here?
20s. No, I was California.
Nice.
And when I stopped doing that, I stopped doing like anything creative. And then I always wanted to get back into something. What definitely was not going to be stand-up is my roommate who lives here. When I moved here, he's like, you're here now. Now you got to come do stand up with me. And I just tried it once, and then like have been to every fucking mic since.
Did your first one go well? And you like felt it from that, or
I feel like it. No, I wouldn't say so, because like I have some like some edgy jokes, but like having never told them before, and like having it was a all comic crowd. You know, and like when you're new and they
That's
don't really respect you, it's like, dude, I'm saying some like wild shit about women, which I don't fucking mean. I'm just like out here joking, but they don't fucking know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I've never said that out loud, and it wasn't funny in that way. It's like I still use
open
some of
mic
this,
guy.
but
Yeah. No, I feel you. There's something too, I think, about like seasoned like open micers that like they're a lot harder to make laugh than like the average fucking open mic attendee, you know? Like, and I feel like some comics almost like try not to laugh, you know, to a point.
To be honest, I'm a fucking hard laugh, and I don't like. I'm not doing it out of any sense of like. But I do feel bad sometimes because I'll be in the crowd. It's like, oh, dude, I'm just fucking staring at the guy up there, just like giving him nothing. I was like, I'm not. So, and what sucks is I'll kind of be like, oh, that was funny. But it's like I'm a hard fucking laugh.
Dude. But then like the really seasoned people, like really they'll like laugh at all the open mics because they know that at open mics it's just people trying, and it's usually gonna bomb, and that's hilarious.
Yeah,
just
that's
of
true.
itself.
It's almost laughing at the situation.
Because like they're the people that can laugh at themselves bomb, and then they're seeing other people.
Yeah, well, it's
awesome.
interesting. I'm still very new, but like also in just my short time doing it, I've seen so many people like just come and go, like one mic, like 3 mics or something. So it's kind of like. If you're still here in a month and you're still cracking at it, like then I'll be like, okay, this guy's gonna do it now. Because I feel like most people figure out pretty early into stand-up whether they should keep doing it, and then there's a lot of people who don't have that happen for a while. I guess it's like, oh wow, I'm actually surprised that guy's still around. But hey, we're gonna be here every time.
I think I was talking with John Hodges, and we were talking about people who like, it's kind of like they'll show up to their first open mic with 30 of their friends, and they give them a bunch of pity laughs the whole time. They're like, oh hell yeah, like I killed it.
And they think it went fucking great.
Yeah, and they do like 2 more, maybe one goes kind of well, but then they like bomb, and they're like, oh, that's possible.
Oh, dude. And that's just funny too, is like you meet somebody and like, oh, you do stand up, like have you ever bombed? It's like, what do you mean have you ever? It's like how often do you fucking bomb?
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
fucking
Like
bombs,
how often do you do well?
Yeah, every fucking time.
No, I totally
Can't
feel you about
relate.
like not doing well your first time. Like you can hear a couple chuckles or whatever, and like hear that like you have like something there, you know, and like there's also like a big like stage presence, you know, in itself is just huge, and just
Dude,
like,
well,
being able to like
when you're first starting off, fucking recording yourself like video is so fucking important, because I like was watching my first set, so like, dude, I'm like fucking swaying on my hips like up there, like just trying to. And I was like, all right, don't fucking do that. Don't fucking wrap your arm around your torso. Like when you start doing bad, it's like, all right, you gotta be able to like check that out with yourself. But other than that, watching my own stand-up's just painful.
It's so
I
hard.
feel you. I feel you. I was just talking with someone else about that on Instagram the other day. Just like they were like, "Oh, I was listening to episode 72. That's so brutal that you guys go over tape." Like, yeah.
It fucking sucks. I'll like listen to like some of my sets in my car if I'm on the way to a show, and like there'll be ones where it's like, I'm turning it down for this next 10 seconds. I know it's coming. Like I don't need to hear that again to know what I knew what I did wrong in the moment, like on fucking stage.
I feel you.
Do you or did you do any like other comedic performy-esque things?
No, I mean, with film, I did a lot of like music videos, so it's kind of like, and when I was like early 20s, like Vine was huge, so I'm like still around, and I was very fucking active on that. And then just when I stopped doing film, I was just like, I'm not fucking putting myself out there at all. But even when I was doing film, I was very behind the camera. Like I don't.
Like a
People
guy.
who know me personally think it's weird I do comedy, because I'm like not a fucking attention-seeking guy, and they're like, "You get up on fucking stage now, motherfucker!" Like everybody who's like found out I do it too has found out like against my will. It's not like I've told anybody that I do comedy. They're like, "Hey, dude, I saw you tagged in a fucking TikTok." It's like, "Fuck, dude! Like, should have changed my fucking name."
There's so many times where like, I mean, I guess I do film too, so I'll get tagged in like a film thing that I'm not pumped on. And that'll be the most recent thing in any social media that I have. And then I'll meet somebody that I want to work with more, and then they look at like the most recent thing, and they're just like, I saw that. I was like, did you go 2 things down? There's talent, I promise.
That's what sucks too, is like you'll do something and it gets posted and you're like, fuck, now I feel like I gotta post more to like kind of push that down in the page. Or I did a podcast that it was fine, I had a good time, and afterwards I listened to it one time, and then like right at the end I just caught something. And I listened to it again and I wanted to puke. I was like, I say like so much, dude. It sounded like
Hey, something I do.
hell yeah. Making a connection here.
Yeah, I do that a lot. When I will watch back any time on any of our podcasts or any, like right now I'm actively thinking to not say it.
It's so fucking
every
hard.
fucking word. It is so hard.
And then you listen back and it's just awful. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I said that 50 fucking times in one paragraph.
Oh yeah, I was like cutting a clip the other day. I was gonna post a stand-up clip on YouTube, and then I ended up just scrapping it because I counted like 36.
That's right. Yeah,
Like
3
the
minutes
word
set,
like
dude.
in a 3 minute set. I'm like, that's insane.
You're from Idaho?
Yeah.
You've lived out of Idaho at all?
I've never like lived a substantial amount of time outside of Idaho. I've lived for like months at a time in Oregon and Washington.
Where'd you get this fucking surf talk, dude?
I have no idea.
Is that they talk up on the mountains when they're shredding, dude?
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
It's like a ski dad.
It is. It's from my dad for sure, because my dad is just like a radical fucking
Hell yeah,
skier
dude.
dude from the 80s, dude.
No, I've said this about you, but I was like,
It gives
every
dirt
time you
bike.
talk, you always sound like you're just standing on a skateboard, just the way you're fucking talking, dude.
I mean, that's pretty badass, I think.
Yeah. And I like watching you do stand up because like you always seem like you're having a good time up there, even if nobody else is. You know, like just
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm always having a good time, man, no matter what. But there's something about just like being able to like go on stage and make fun of shit, make fun of yourself, and like kind of laugh along with people.
Yeah, no, somebody's come up to me after a set. They're like, you're so fucking funny, but like, you're really self-deprecating. Like, how do you feel about that? I was like, how do I fucking feel about that? Like,
Bad.
yeah. Why do you think I'm doing this, dog?
I said it.
I feel like it's like almost like a rite of passage for like open micers. Like, you know, like you have, if you want to be like, and just for anyone who like wants to do comedy, like you have to be able to first look inside and make fun of yourself before you can go out and make fun of situations.
Now,
and,
I
like,
cringe so hard
people,
when
you
anybody
know?
has like a stand-up bit where it's like, you're saying this to sound cool. Like, don't talk about like fucking chicks if it has nothing to do with like because I fucking suck at this or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like you just sounds like, yeah, man, like fuck the bitch, she was hot as fuck. You're like,
I think I heard Big J Okerson on a special. He was saying like him and his wife, they have threesomes a lot, and I guess somebody was saying that they were like, oh, I bet you just talk about that on stage all the time, like all the threesomes you have. He's like, well, not if they're all awesome. Like, there's nothing to talk about. Like, yeah, everyone finished. It was sick. Like,
Yeah,
like that's not funny. Like if something goes crazy, then yeah, I'll talk about it.
this
But
comic who was here before. Did you ever meet Caden McKnight?
yes.
Yeah, dude.
Is he still doing?
No, he moved to Montana. He's still doing
think
stand-up, but
okay,
he's
good
over in
too.
Missoula. But one time we were all before Mike, and somebody was talking about like, yeah, dude, I just hooked up with this chick. It was fucking crazy. I'm gonna like talk about it on stage. And Caden goes like, has a comic ever hooked up with a girl and not brought it up on stage, dude? Like, I was like, fuck.
Sort of the same hookup, just told 40 different times.
Yeah, dude, just paint a
She
little
said I
flavor
was
on
funny.
it. Dude. I got so much comedy pussy, guys. It's like
She thinks I'm like a goofy, silly guy.
I'm a virgin. So, I don't know. What do you want to just do stand up or?
Yeah, no, I would love to just be able to do stand up, go on the road, and just fucking not work a bullshit job and get to do this, dude.
What's your bullshit job?
Sell jewelry, dog. You guys need some jewels?
Dude, I actually
Kinda.
need
That'd
a
be
watch
cool.
fixed.
Yeah, dude, you need a couple links taken out of that bad boy.
Well, I could use a link taken out of this one probably, and I have another one that could also use a couple links taken out, and the glass is shattered.
We both know you can't read an analog clock, dude.
Dude, what are you talking about? This says like
Come on.
6:02, man.
That is actually impressive. You got an easy one.
Anyway, everyone knows 602. Come on. Cheap shot.
No, I was waiting for the second hand to turn all the way around so I could
You
let
didn't
you
wanna
know
get
it's
called out,
for
dude?
sure
All right.
6:02.
Do you have like, I don't know, any cool show stories or like sometime where you bombed or something where you did really well or something?
Dude, I've
significant
for
happened?
sure bombed. What's weird is sometimes when you're on like
Ever
a
get
paid
Chris
show
rocked?
where people fucking like are paying to be there. It's not like you show up to an open mic and people are playing
Yeah.
fucking chess and then they're like, oh shit, they're putting up a stage and a mic. These people paid to be here. Have been some of the worst audiences I've ever fucking had. They're just like, you
yeah.
guys don't know how the fuck to act. You don't shut the fuck up. Like,
I feel like it's because like I feel maybe if they're paying, they're like I want because a lot of people expect stand up, especially if it's their first time. They expect it to be a Netflix special sort of
Yeah.
thing, and for the most part, all stand up isn't.
dude, it's fucking grimy. Yesterday, I did a fucking show before our mic, and it was a shit show. But, like, there was no host. It was just kind of like a lady putting on the event and was like, your first comic, Ian Yearsley. Like, no warm-up of the
Yeah.
crowd. No fucking crowd there. And Ian gets cut off mid-sentence to get off, and I have to follow that. And there's a speaker on stage, and, like, probably 6 minutes into my set, the, like, guy who's doing sound, like, got on stage with me and is like picking up the one speaker that's like playing my voice and is moving it around, like hits a reverb knob, so I start like echoing in the middle of the joke, and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here, guys? Like, I don't even remember what fucking joke I was telling. And it's always good when you just like are freaking out on stage. It's like, okay,
yeah.
back into the fucking dick jokes.
That's brutal. Where was that at?
Or do you want to say?
do you don't-
Yeah, I
say,
might be
you don't
there
say,
again,
never
but
mind.
it was
enough.
awful. Yeah,
It's
just
called
sometimes having people who are too drunk
Yeah.
in the fucking audience fucking sucks. I am usually like getting a lot of enjoyment about telling people to shut the fuck up while I'm on stage, though. But every once in a while, you'll just be like, "Can you shut up?" And the whole room just like goes quiet. And I was like,
Yeah.
They
I
can
was
tell
playing-
between like
yeah.
a sarcastic shut up and like shut the fuck up.
No, yeah, I was like, all right, just killed my own energy here, and
Sorry, everyone.
you guys like TikTok? I don't know what the fuck. Like,
I feel like
Boiling water.
with that paid show shit, like all the popular stand-up like clips I see nowadays, it seems like are fucking crowd work stuff. Like,
well,
almost.
I think that a lot of
They wanna
that
burn
comes from yeah, exactly. And I have like a weird thing with that too, because you gotta fucking post, and then you want to post good shit, but then you also are like, okay, I don't want to burn my fucking like closer or whatever.
Yeah.
But then the other way I think about it is like, okay, if I'm burning my closer now for people in Boise, is like, am I doing this for people in Boise, or do I want to fucking like
yeah,
put stuff out there that people want to see and just like, all right, we'll write newer, better shit all the time, you know?
yeah. I feel like the other thing is like, you know, especially with like the way social media is and just like consistently posting stuff and like, you know, if you're constantly uploading new clips like once a week or twice a week or whatever, like you can drown your own content out.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And like the other thing is like how like I feel like the social media is mainly so that you can get your stuff out of Boise.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
You know,
So
yeah.
that's why, like, I have a couple bits up there. I think I have like 4 clips total. 2 of them are like one-off crowd work, and then the other 2 are just like, okay, I still kind of tell that joke sometimes. Like, I'll
Yeah.
pepper it in, but it's a good joke, and I just wanted to have something out there, or whatever, told in front of a bigger crowd. So it's like, all right, I'll post that. But
yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel like there's like a weird like thing like some comics like will post a shitload of clips like don't give a fuck like whether they're
I am
getting
sick of
jokes,
like most of the crowd work though. It's like, you're not dating? Oh fuck. I
it's
just made an
mostly-
awkward car ride home, right?
It's mostly just filming everything and hoping it's kind of like this podcast where for the most part it's just rambling, but every once in a while we'll get a funny line in there.
Yeah, there you go.
True. That's pretty true. I
And
feel
that'll
like
get
that's how
1,200 views.
Like it. I did Jake Martin, shout out. He has
That's
his
the fridge
friends,
one.
and
Yeah.
I did the podcast with him, and like the actual podcast where we sit down has like 45 views, but the clip he put of me like walking out of the fridge with my pants down has like 5,500. And I was like,
The clips are what do ya?
Yeah, dude,
Those are
the
good.
YouTube Shorts, it's crazy how much more engagement and like subscribers we get like from posting shorts than we do like from long form video.
I was like, fuck.
We'll cut out all the names. But so that what were we talking about that led to this? I think I just was gonna say that we filmed it, and it was a set that I knew we were filming it, and I just didn't prepare at all because we were working on another film or something, and it did kind of well, but I couldn't post any of it. It was filmed like really fucking well, and I just didn't prepare and did just it was very mediocre. I like performed there. A few of the jokes went kind of well, but it like did about as well as the story's doing with you guys. And so yeah, I can only post like 3 or 4 seconds of it that
That's
I get like a chuckle after, but I have to cut it off super soon because
Every time I have like my best fucking sets, I was like, dude, I remember to record that. I like fuck it up somehow. And I'm like, dude, I do videography. I know how to fucking do this. It was like my favorite is I had like a really good 10-minute set, and I was like, oh, I'm so stoked to have like that amount of time recorded nicely. And I went back to watch the clip, and it's like my phone set up, it's running. The host goes up, he says my name, and then the clip stops because I had already hit record. And like right before going on stage, I like
you, like,
panicked,
slapped
like,
it again?
oh, record.
Oh,
And I was like, God damn. And the whole time I was up, I was like, oh man, I can't wait to watch this footage back. This is gonna be so good.
Have you ever had something like that happen, but somebody else was responsible for the filming and they made that mistake and then you murder them?
I don't want to bash anybody on that.
Don't
end
name names,
because
but-
I do the filming at Voodoo Cellar, and everyone's like, "Hey, when can I get that?" I was like, "When I fucking remember to send it out, dude." Like, it's free, motherfucker. You can wait.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know. I try to just get audio at least at open mics just so I can get notes and stuff. But generally, I don't want to film an open mic.
I went like my first 3 months. I have like every single fucking set recorded.
That's like what I've been doing for the
Yeah.
last few months.
And that was really helpful. And then I should probably still do that, but then a lot of times I get lazy. You know, it's like I'm gonna take my phone on stage just in case there's like a note I forgot or something. And then,
Yeah.
I'm not about to bring like my camera rig out for an open mic. to record.
Is it filming? All right.
Red lights flash, like get some guy with a GoPro.
Yeah, no, I have had that too, where I was recording myself with my actual camera, and I was like, I saw the fucking red light turn off. God damn it! Like, what the fuck happened?
Have you ever seen? I don't. It's so weird to me when people like are working on getting somebody to film them like right as they're getting called up to film.
Yeah.
Just like you should have figured that out yesterday.
Just
kind of thing.
fucking put it against your beer glass on the table, dog.
Like, once you're on stage,
Everybody
you shouldn't be
else.
going like, "You good? Like, am I in frame?"
Yeah.
Like,
Once you're on stage, you shouldn't be doing a lot of things that people do.
good point.
My favorite lately that there's been a lot of is comics going, I'm just kidding. It's like, yeah, that's kind of what we're fucking doing. Yeah.
Every club might as well be called that.
Yeah, like, I was just joking right now, guys. Like, between my jokes, what I said there, that was also a joke.
Oh man, it's a sad world.
Do you like write, like not stand up but comedy? Like, do you write sketches?
Yeah,
or-
no, I have so many fucking like sketch ideas written down, and then a lot of times I was just always doing like short films and stuff for my own fucking
Yeah.
exhibition and whatnot. But that's why like getting into stand up when I started, I immediately just like fucking ran with it because I was like, I could do this. I've always been writing and like doing something creative. This is just like a much different form than I expected to get into, you know?
Have you ever written anything that you made that did anything significant?
I've
Festivals or
No, in terms of short films, I've never done anything of significance. I've worked on some cool fucking music videos that I had like no business being on, but those are also like Yeah, like a couple of fucking riffraff videos. It's
Really?
like, yeah, that's fucking
sick.
dope. Like,
Dude, my our other roommate, his Xbox gamer tag is "I love Riff Raff" in all
Dude,
caps.
still living that life, dude.
Where in California are you from?
Monterey, Central Coast, right in the middle.
Nice.
When did you come out to Boise?
Right when I started comedy, August. But I was in Montana
Okay.
for a few years before that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I usually like, it's not a lie. I'm just like, yeah, I just moved here from Montana, and I just let that be the end of the story.
That's a good idea.
What'd you
That's
do in
just smart
Montana?
business.
Jack shit, dude. Did a lot of fishing.
Cool.
I was just up there working. Just wanted to get the fuck out of California for a while.
Yeah.
And then my buddy who got me into stand up here would go visit me. And like the last 6 months he visited me, he's like, "This is sad, dude. Just come to Boise, come hang out." Like I didn't know fucking anybody up there. Just moved there on a whim.
Where were you at in Montana?
Helena.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. What's
It's like
funny
the
is
middle
like,
of Montana.
yeah, and when I moved there, the population is say it's like 30,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
which was the same as the town I was in California, Monterey. It's
Yeah.
like 30,000.
It's a different 30,000.
What I didn't take into account is Monterey within 20 minutes has 30,000
Yeah.
population town. So downtown is packed, and then you go to Montana. It's like, oh, this is all of us. We're here alone, dude. 2
Most
hours.
people are curmudgeons.
Dude, that's what's funny is like a lot of things people told me when I came to Idaho. They're like, Idaho people aren't welcoming. They're not. It's like, dude, Montana has that shit on lock. They almost got ran off the road so many times.
Oh,
in my
dude, yeah,
place.
Tolerance.
especially Eastern Montana. There, I worked in northern Idaho, like fighting fire for a little while in summers in between college, and the number of times where we'd be like on a fire in Montana, like up in the northeastern or northwestern woods of Montana, and get run off of the road by some fucking skeezy old dude, like blasting his gun off in the air.
They are fucking wild there, dude. There's not that far from where I live, there were these two houses that were like on an acre each, and one of the guys kept shooting his shotgun towards the other people's house, but it was far enough to where it wasn't like blowing holes.
Yeah.
It was just like rattling
Yeah,
pellets
it's
on their
raining
roof.
down.
Yeah, and so they like called the cops on the guy, and the cops go up to him. They're like, "Hey, man, not after 10 p.m., okay?" I was like, that's all we could actually do.
That's the
Like,
noise ordinance. That's
yeah,
the problem.
No, literally.
Really quick, Frank Ocean headlined Coachella this year, and the real Ocean, however, did not. Samson, Ocean News.
The Chinese paddlefish is now being blocked by a new dam in China. Its breeding route is blocked, so there hasn't been a live one seen in almost 15 years. Josh, any ocean news?
Despite only making up 8% of the ocean's population, tuna fish actually account for 70% of all ocean crime.
Well done.
All right.
Anyways, you're saying the cops showed up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tuna fish just blasting off, dude. I thought
it
this
yellow?
was the section of the podcast. Sorry.
It's just a thing we've been trying to keep going.
Yeah, we just like to
Quick
let people
interruption
know
with ocean
a
news.
little bit of ocean news.
Yeah, you got to
facts.
keep people on their toes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On our podcast, we have the call out portion where we make the guest call somebody out. We don't give them any notice, but they usually end up saying a local person and be like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have said that." We're like, we didn't tell you what to say. We just said it's the call out portion, and you have to go first. So,
And Josh, where can one find said podcast?
that podcast exists on my hard drive currently.
Word.
We got to clear out the other stuff on my hard drive before we put anything out, and but it'll be out within the next couple weeks. We'll start dropping some apps, dude.
Okay. Cool. And it's called Guys Like Us?
Guys like us with me, Ian Yearsley, and Jordan Alexander. And we get a bunch of comics on all the time. Get drunk.
Nice.
Good shit.
That's sick, man. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Hell yeah, dude. Can't believe you guys do this.
I know.
Me neither.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I thought of wearing like
Crazy.
a really green jacket. Just, I was like, I gotta fuck with this, dude.
We already did that.
Yeah, we've done that.
No, and
Floating
that's why I was
heads.
like, I actually haven't watched the podcast to know like how they've already been. I was like, my first idea has definitely already been done. If you guys are worth your shit, you know.
We in the summer months we like to go like record out by the river and stuff like that. So
We go places.
yeah, we like to be outside.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's cute. You guys just like take turns,
Yeah, we
just
do.
like
We'll,
dipping your
choose
toes
a
in and
spot,
shit.
Yep. Oh, my hand.
Hold each other,
Thank you.
just like this.
You guys are really close. It's kind of weird when I see one of you guys at a mic without the other.
I like I was really nervous when I got into it, and he had done it so many times. So I was like, "You gotta come with me. I don't feel comfortable."
Do the people that you know from before know who you are? Like,
That was a couple. I know Nate just because I've worked with him on films and stuff.
okay.
But LJ, I've like met him briefly when I was doing open mics way back forever, and then I opened for him at that thing, and we hung out for a little bit, and then he still, I think, has a hard time.
Yeah, no, I was like, I didn't know anybody knew you, dude.
But,
I was like, do they know they know you?
There's a few, very few, but some.
Oh yeah.
But none that I can.
We're gonna have
Rattle
LJ
off.
on and call him out about it.
Yeah, you guys taking the call out portion of the podcast? It's fucked up, dude. Fucking ticked off.
Yeah, dude, you should be. All right.
I would say go see Josh tonight, but this will come out
Yeah,
next year.
yeah.
I'm performing
4
all
weeks.
the time, dude. You can catch me.
Yeah, catch him at all the Mad Sweet opens, the fucking Voodoo open mic.
I don't miss a single mic.
The
Dude.
fucking.
Always.
Josh Price is right. He's
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's been my gamer tag since I was like 11.
Josh Price is right. Price.
yeah, yeah, that's actually it.
Chicken and Price. And well, I'm
Jesus Price.
that's good. I like that one.
Is that because I'm Hispanic, dude? Or you getting
Yeah, dude. Jesus Price.
Ole.
Jesus Price.
All right, I'm gonna do a call out portion. These two fucking racists.
Excuse me.
Hey, man, I'm 2% Jewish.
Come on, dog.
I'm
23 me
Irish.
said it, dude.
There's a book about how Irish and Mexican people got along. I haven't read it, but I heard it's a thing. So
There's a lot of
you tell
redheaded Mexicans, so I kind of buy it. They had
Really?
to come from somewhere, yeah.
Me. Yeah.
Fucking Louis C.K., dude.
Look at him. Oh yeah. He's Mexican. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Great point. Well, shit. Any last? You have any last plugs, socials, whatever
Final
remarks?
Do you guys have any fucking last words?
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
I don't know.
No, just you've seen me perform all the fucking time in Boise. You follow me on Instagram. This is Josh Price. I'm fucking gay.
Nice, me too.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.
This was fun.